Election campaigning coming to a close in Malaysia. Candidates have been out and about, rallying across the country to make that final push for support. It's expected to be a tight race. More than 21 million voters. They're going to cast their ballots tomorrow to elect the country's 15th Prime Minister and Parliament. The snap polls could break any number of ways. Our CNA correspondents are covering the election from various states. And first, let's speak to Melissa Goh. She joins us live from Bera in Pahang State. Mel, the pollsters have been doing their work and surveys that have been done by some of them. They're giving differing outcomes for GE15. Is Barisan Nasional a favourite to win the most parliamentary seats or not?
Well, I'm right now here at the command center of caretaker Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob's home state of Pahang. Now, campaigning is still ongoing on the ground. It's been a hectic 2 weeks for him, with back-to-back visits to all the villages in this semi-rural constituency of Bera, where he hopes that more than double of his winning majority here than in the last election, now being the so-called poster boy for Barisan Nasional. Now, Mr. Ismail Sabri has also been crisscrossing the country, campaigning in key states, canvassing votes in a bid to seek a 5-year mandate. Of course, that is easier said than done, given the huge trust deficit and with the crucial Malay votes now so split among the three major coalitions, Barisan Nasional, Perikatan Nasional, and Pakatan Harapan. Now, most political observers I spoke with expect no single coalition to have majority to form the next government. Still, Mr. Ismail Sabri, who has only been the country Prime Minister for 14 months, is hopeful that BN will return to power with him at the helm, although his party president, Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, may have other ideas. But for now, come what may, the 62-year-old caretaker Prime Minister prayed that voters will choose him and BN for stability and prosperity, and urge all sides to respect and expect and accept the outcome on November 19, when Malaysia decides.
Yeah, he'll be looking for that bigger and wider margin of a win if he does indeed win. Mel, thank you very much for that. Melissa Goh there, speaking to us live from Bera in Pahang.
Pakatan Harapan's Anwar Ibrahim is in a four-cornered fight in Tambun, Perak. The Prime Minister's hopeful faces off against incumbent Ahmad Faisal Azumu from Perikatan Nasional. Afifa Arifin joins us live from Tambun in Perak. Afifa, is the tide turning for Pakatan Harapan and enough to win outright?
Well, looking at what's been happening over the last 2 weeks of campaigning, we have seen that the rallies and events held by the Pakatan Harapan candidates have got quite a good reception. We've seen thousands attend the rallies, especially in the Pakatan Harapan stronghold states like Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, Penang. Good reception overall there. We also know that their coalition chief, Anwar Ibrahim, has been on a nationwide tour, a very packed and whirlwind campaign for the 75-year-old, going from state to state, but still making time to come to his seat here in Tambun in Perak to rally up support, because people are saying that's not going to be an easy win for him. In fact, Mr. Anwar was here at this event just moments ago. He's gone to take a rest and change his clothes because he's been in the rain all day, but he's set to be back at this very location at about 9 p.m. Now, Pakatan, as we know, also has been quite active in the online space, really targeting the youth votes. So there's a lot of hype surrounding that coalition. We caught up with Anwar Ibrahim on the campaign trail earlier today. We asked him, what are his chances and what would happen next if Pakatan Harapan doesn't secure a win. But he told us he's had a good campaign overall and he's very optimistic. But the question really is that, all the hype, all that interest, the thousands in attendance for the rallies, will that all translate to votes and an eventual win for Pakatan Harapan? That's something we'll only find out tomorrow evening.
Afifa Arifin on that four-cornered fight, reporting live from Tambun, Perak.
And for the action in East Malaysia, we have Leong Waikit. He's in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. Waikit, good evening. Look, 25 seats in Sabah, 31 in Sarawak. How much will the Borneo states, the role, what will they play? How crucial is it going to be in determining the makeup of the next federal parliament?
Don, I can tell you that the states of Sabah and Sarawak will definitely be kingmakers and they'll most likely back Barisan Nasional. And here's why. In the neighbouring state of Sarawak, the current ruling coalition is called GPS and it currently holds about 60% of all 31 parliamentary seats there. Now, in the last 4 years, analysts say that their performance has been stellar. They've done a great job in developing Sarawak and protecting the rights of Sarawak and Sarawakians. And therefore, many analysts predict that this time round, GPS is likely to win up to 90% of all 31 seats there. Now, if that happens, that's a super majority, and they're very likely to pick Barisan Nasional because they've been traditional, informal allies. But here in Sabah, it's a different story. The ruling GRS coalition is already working with the Barisan Nasional coalition, but together they hold only about half of 25 parliamentary seats here, which means to say they'll be fiercely protecting these 12 seats while trying to increase their seat count. Now, if that happens, they will breach that 50% mark and they will most definitely support Barisan Nasional given that there's already this collaboration here at the Sabah level. Having said that, all these depends on the result on the final polling night, as well as the conclusion of horse trading and negotiations.
Waikit, thank you for that update. Long Waikit there in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah.